Hello and greetings from the little alien cafe in Rachel, Nevada. I'm the one in the background there with the sunglasses on, and Marco is in the front. It's a selfie picture. We took this little road trip. Took actually about 9.5 hours of driving to go up to visit Lunar Crater in central Nevada, basically south central Nevada anyway. There's two things mainly that I want to hit on roadside geology wise. One is pluvial lake basins that we have in Nevada, which during the Pleistocene epoch, which is the interval of time that included all of the ice ages, while there were ice sheets occurring in the central United States, the West had a rainy climate, what we call a pluvial climate. And as a result, many of these lake basins have a history of lakes in them that are then dried up today, leaving the alkali salt flats. But also we were on our way to see Lunar Crater, which here I am sitting on the edge of Lunar Crater. I'm just have gone over the lip and down to the first drop off, if you will, the first cliff. So this is what it looks like from the side. I was sitting actually a little lower down. You can see where this slope here drops off into the caldera. This crater, it's a caldera, volcanic caldera, and it's called Lunar Crater. And actually, the Apollo astronauts trained in it as part of their lunar mission, so it has a history. And you'll notice off in the background there are these conical-shaped hills. Those are actually cinder cones. It's a very large volcanic field. It includes more than just Lunar Crater caldera itself. It has several different cinder cones in all directions around it. So it's an amazing volcanic field. So once again, I'll plot the course as we go to each of these stops along the way. And the first stop we're going to make is Pahranagat Wetlands. And we're basically going around the Nevada test site, also the Area 51, and we actually will take the Extraterrestrial Highway as we go around from Las Vegas around the Area 51 and the Nevada test site up to the Lunar Crater, back down to Tonopah and back to Las Vegas. So we're basically doing a pretty big circle. So we started Las Vegas, Nevada. I guess the first landmark, or the first intersection that we go to, is the intersection of the I-15 to the US 93 highway. So you're going to want to get to 93 highway, which is that stretch, taking 15 towards Salt Lake City. And at that point, you've got Highway 93, which we're going to take north. However, it's kind of interesting. I noticed this when I put Pahranagat Wetlands in there. Which is also a wildlife area, by the way, Pahranagat National Wildlife Refuge. If I go there, it actually takes me up the road further and doubles back. I don't know why you don't just go up 93. That's what I did, but maybe Google thinks that's faster. Could be. Might be safer. There's a word of warning for you. 93 is very dangerous. A lot of head-on collisions. People make stupid passing decisions. And there's a lot of truck traffic on it. So please be very careful. I have a friend who lives in Alamo. I'll mention Alamo as we get up there. Well, there you can see Alamo right here. And he lives in Alamo and commuted to the Nevada test site facility, Department of Energy facility in Las Vegas every day. He would commute from Alamo, which is amazing. He lives in a ranch up there, but he was talking about all the accidents on the 93. So please be careful if you drive this. But you'll see then where the Pahranagat Wetlands are. They're north, and that's going to be our first stop. So when you get to the Pahranagat Wetlands, this is what you see. This is Upper Pahranagat Lake, which is north of Lower Pahranagat Lake, which I think I missed. We're driving northbound, but I think I missed the lower lake. Morning, so the sun is to the southeast of this shot's looking southwest. The sun is to the left southeast. So this is the panorama from that point southwest looking. This is the view to the due west, and it's an appreciable wetland. It's the other reason it's important is it's part of the Pacific Flyway. I'm not an ornithologist or even a bird watcher. I've gone bird watching. I like birds, but don't have any specialty in that at all. I have a friend that goes everywhere all around the world to do that. But anyway, this is a very important wetland for the Pacific Flyway route for migrating birds. And I lived elsewhere in the country where you'll have these wetlands that are critical to a migration route. One of them was Cheyenne Bottoms in central Kansas near Great Bend. If you're a migrating bird from the Amazon going up to Alaska, you need fresh water along the way, and where are you going to get it? There aren't very many wetlands on the west of the Mississippi, so you go to there's probably an eastern Great Plains migratory route and the Pacific Flyway. So the Pacific Flyway is going to include wetlands like the Salton Sea, for instance, and here are the Pahranagat Wetlands, and then going up the east side of the Rockies, Cheyenne Bottoms in Kansas, and whatever wetland you can find until you get to fresh water. So anyway, these are very important for migratory birds. A little zoom on the wetland, and I did read a little bit about the wetlands. It does allow for hunting. So the logical question is, what localizes the wetlands in this area? Sometimes in the desert you'll just have springs which are fed from the surrounding mountains, and that was certainly the case with the Devil's Hole that we visited previously in this course. That just happens to be the lowest ground. It's surrounded by mountains. Groundwater regionally discharges at that point and then joins up with the rest of the Amargosa River. It goes into Death Valley. Here it might be the same situation. However, there is some unusual faulting in the area that might have a role to play here. I found a geologic map as well as a write-up by the U.S. Geological Survey. Faults in the area run north 50 east, which is mainly northeast. That's unusual in Nevada. Most of the normal faults, anyway, they run north-south or maybe north-northeast, south-southwest. I think on this first shot, I want to point out these lineaments along the side of the mountain here. There's several of them that are parallel, and I have a sneaking suspicion those are fault scarps. And this is probably pushing up mountains around the wetland, and it's causing the drainage to be dammed. Now, to be clear, the lakes themselves are dammed, but that the wetland existed before that. And so when I'm talking about damming, I'm talking about damming the hydrogeology and surface water system generally, creating the basin where the water accumulated. Here's the dam on the on the upper Pahranagat Lake, and then here's the one on the lower lake down here. So again, both of these are dammed by human beings, but that only served to flood an already existing wetland.